guys, it's Lexi. I hope you're all doing well. I am here today to share my massive Scentsy club haul. I did receive this haul towards the middle of June, and I'm just sitting down now to film it because it was massive. And honestly, every time I looked at like the stack of things, I was like, this is gonna take me forever to film this video, but I want to get this video out for you guys just because it's been sitting here and I want to put these bars away, but first I wanted to share them. All of these bars are actually things that mostly aren't available now, I don't believe. Some of these were things that I stuck in my club, and just they've been since either discontinued or the catalog changed. A lot of these were things from last fall winter catalog, and now actually today, the day that I'm filming this, I just saw that they're sharing sneak peeks of what's coming to the new catalog for the next year. So it's kind of funny that now I'm just getting to this video, but either way, I'm excited to share all these things. All of these, except for maybe a few, which if I remember off the top of my head, I will mention, are still in my Scentsy club, which will once again need to be kind of scaled back down because this is too much. But let's jump into it because we have a lot to go through. So I think these are the only 3 license bars that I picked up this last time, but this one here is the Lilo & Stitch Angel Experiment 624, and this one smells like goji berries and probably some other fruity things. Maybe there's a vanilla in here somewhere. I have received this already, and I was debating on if I wanted more of it, and I figured I would just keep it in my club. I haven't melted it yet. If anybody's melted this and they have thoughts, please let me know because I'm curious if it's a strong performer or not. If it's not, I'll probably take it out of my club, but I do have backup. So it's a very pretty, kind of like a cotton candy type scent to my nose. This one here is Fearless by Nature. This is the Frozen 2 bar. I want to say there's sage in this, I believe. Wood, some type of wood. I don't know what one, and sage. And it is very, very pretty. It kind of smells like dewy grass, or you're in the mountains and maybe it just rained. It's very green, but you do get a bit of a woodsiness. It's really pretty. And this one I'm probably going to keep at least for a few more times because I do enjoy it. And then finally for the license bars, of course, if I dig further and see any more, I think this is it. This is the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Kind Heart. And I picked this one up because somebody here on YouTube said, maybe it was Patricia Gates. I want to say maybe she said it kind of reminded her of, I'm going to blank now, Sweet on Paris, which is a vendor wax scent, which I want to say originally came out from Bath and Body Works, right? Sweet on Paris. And it's a macaron, is it macarons, right? And some kind of berries and maybe lemons, right, in Sweet on Paris. But because of her, I picked it up. And this one, at least on sniffing it as is, I don't really know if I see that a whole lot. Maybe slightly, with there must be a floral in Sweet on Paris. If I can remember, I'll just try to post it. But this is definitely coming across much more floral to me. I'm not sure what florals exactly, but it's not a powdery floral. It's a sweet green floral, but it's still a floral. So, but very pretty, and I do really like it. But I don't know if that one's gonna stay or go as far as clubbing, keeping it in the club. This is Velvet Moon, and I actually just saw today that this is being brought over to the next fall winter catalog, which is exciting. I believe that this was included. So excited about that. I can take it out of my club, and then if I get to it this next fall winter and I enjoy it enough, I'll just stick it back in the club the next time it goes out, if it goes out. This is very pretty too. This kind of reminds me of a baby powder scent, but not the classic baby powder scents. You know what I mean? The one you always smell. This one kind of reminds me of baby powder, but you add a mature perfume and you mix it all together. This is a mature woman's holding a newborn baby type of a scent to me. I don't know. It's definitely very pretty. it's not overwhelmingly like headache inducing perfumey or like strong baby powder. It's just like the subtle versions of both of those things combined. I don't know. I'm just gonna just tell you guys what I smell, but it's a very pretty scent, and I'm excited that it's back around. So now I don't have to stress about taking things out of my club or putting them in or whatever. I can just take that out, not have to worry about melting it soon. And the next time it goes out, I'll just keep it or stick it in if I like it. So I have some interesting things that I did here. So I have 5 bars that are all like either wintry, snowy, or like woodsy type bars. And then I have 5 more that are similar, woodsy, outdoorsy, wintry type bars. And it's funny because I went through all of these and I actually separated them out, and half of them I love and I think I'm gonna keep most likely in my club, and then the other half I like, but I most likely will take out. There's one in here that I'm like, could go either way. And that one has been sitting in my club for a while, so I'm at a decision point, and maybe you guys can help me. All right, so let me go through the ones, and these are all, to my nose, I feel like kind of comparable, which is why I ranked them kind of in this way. But I'm gonna go through the stack here of things that I think are a total win for like wintry scents. The first one being Icicles and Evergreen, which is funny because this one is actually just got the boot, I think, for the next catalog coming out for fall and winter, and I'm very surprised. And I really like this, and this is, of course, on cold. I haven't melted, I don't think any of these, maybe a couple of them have, but this one I have not melted. I only melted a very small sample of this when it came out in like the big bricks this past winter. And when I did melt it in that like tiny little sample, it was in my bathroom, and I was so surprised by how strong that small sample was that I was like, oh, I'll stick it in my club and see if I like it. I have a feeling when I do melt this, I'm going to really, really enjoy it. And for that reason, it probably won't leave my club. But it's a very like sweet tree scent with like a hint of like a cologne type base to my nose. I really like it. The next one that I also really like is Very Snowy Spruce. And I think this one maybe is coming back. I'm not entirely sure. I think this one maybe is coming back for this fall, winter. And if it is, I will be thrilled because then I can take this, once again, take it out of my club and I have to stress about it. But it's very, very pretty. And this one is kind of similar to the Icicles and Evergreen. I mean, all of these are like tree-based scents, so of course they're all similar in that way. But this one is like kind of like this, but add more of a sappy sweetness over like a cologne-y sweetness. It's like the sappy sweetness from the tree, and I really like it. So both are very sweet trees, very pretty. This one is Woodland Suede, I'm sorry. And I think this was maybe a Bring Back My Bar scent, but oh my goodness, this one I freaking love, and I'm like so happy I have this in my club. Because if I had missed out, I mean, I wouldn't have known better, but had I missed out on this, it would have stunk, because now I'm like smelling and I'm like, this is so good. This one is like the sweeter version. So these are all kind of like sweet trees, but it's like this, they're all like sweet in a different way. I don't even know how to describe it. This one is like sweet, but like home sweet. Like this smells like the sweetness from like a house, like a cabin that's in the woods, and you walk in and it's not sweet from like berries or anything. It's just like the wood inside of the home is extra sweet. And there's like not leather couches, suede couches maybe. It's like a warmer it's not even laundry. It's got a different sweetness that's not sappy sweet. It's not like a real authentic sappiness that's adding like a sweetness, and it's not like a cologne based sweetness. It's like I don't know, like a different kind of sweetness. It's so good, but you do get the tree scent in that one, of course, as well. This one is another Disney bar. I forgot about this one, but this one is so darn good. This is Season of Magic, and I think this is another one that I got in like a mini sample, melted in my bathroom, and was like, what the heck, this is so good. And it is. This one is probably the least sweet, I think, out of all of those. But it's still like that. It's got like a, it must be cranberry in this. There's like a tartness that's still like, of course, I keep saying sweet. There's a tartness to this, which is still kind of sweet. But it comes from like, I feel like it's like a berry note that's adding that element this time. So these are all so similar, but different because of like the back, like the notes that are kind of like pushing out the sweetness. It's like one's a tree, one's like a cologne, one's like a berry, one's like a, I don't know, like a laundry-esque type thing. And they're all so good. So love that one too. And then finally, I'm really happy about this. This is Silver Bells. Just saw today also that this one is making a return, which I didn't think it was. I thought that this one was definitely going to be cut, so I stuck it in my club for that reason. I'm really happy that this one's back. This one's like a sweet peppermint candy kind of scent. There's something else in here that I'm blanking on, but it's a very, very sweet, I keep saying that. It's a very, very sweet, like peppermint type scent. There's other things in it, of course. But this one's one of my favorites, surprisingly enough, because I never expected that I would enjoy this one so much when I melted it. But when I melted it this past winter, I loved it. So I'll happily take this one out of my club, but next time it goes away, I'll stick it back in because that one's great. And then on to the ones that I don't love, but I'm not like mad at. These are all the ones that I felt like if I had to get 5 and 5, that I'd kick these 5 out. This is Swirling Snowflakes. I think this one maybe is coming back again too, so I'm not going to be mad about kicking this one out. It's fine. It's very like sinus clearing. I think there's probably eucalyptus in this too, right? Eucalyptus, peppermint, that type of a scent. And it's just not anything that I feel like I'll need to put in my club. It's probably like one of the scents that I'll melt like if I have a cold or something, which can come in handy, but it's not anything that I'm like totally smitten over. This one is Winter's Eve. I want to say this was like, was this a part of like, maybe this was a brick or something at one point, possibly. And this one is definitely kind of similar to, not that similar, but like it's got like a cologne based woodsy scent, similar to like Icicles and Evergreen, but I prefer Icicles and Evergreen because this cologne note is a bit heavier on the cologne and less on the tree. You do get a tree note in there, but it's more like a cologne scent. And of course, all of my thoughts could change once I melt these. I could, which is why I'm not going to take them out until I decide, but I could easily melt some of these, the ones that I were like, no, I don't love those. I'll probably take those out of my club. I could melt them and be like, oh wait, I loved that. So who knows? This one is Blue Christmas. This is one of the Scents of the Season collection scents. And this one is okay too. There's like an odd, I'm probably the only person that gets this, maybe. I don't know. I haven't heard anybody else say anything about this. But there's like almost like a bubblegummy note to it. It's like trees and bubblegum. I don't know. It's not a favorite of mine because of that note, the bubblegummy, like trees and bubblegum. I kind of was like, yeah, not a favorite. So that one's out most likely unless I melt it and love it. And then this one is Sweet Orange and Evergreen, another tree and orange scent. And this one's not bad. This one's good. But Black Forest Pine is the other one. And I feel like these are so similar. And then there was another one that was like trees and oranges. And I just feel like I have so many like orange tree scents. And if I had to pick, then it probably, I think it was the Season of Magic is a Disney one that's got maybe oranges in it too. I could be wrong. But it was one of those that I was like, I think that would be the preference. It's not bad, the sweet orange and evergreen. And honestly, out of all of them, this one does, at least on cold, come across the most authentic, like green, needly type of scent. It really smells like it's very realistic to like a real like evergreen Christmas tree, like needles type scent. So for that reason, I could see it, but out of all of the ones, I feel like if I had to pick and choose, then this one maybe would get the boot. But I don't know. That could be like I melt it and my mind changes. And then this one is kind of similar because it's got the orange note too, the Black Forest Pine, like I just said. This is one that I'm up in the air about also, because I've loved this one for a while now. It really reminds me of like the tree, like the Christmas tree scent that you get when you like, or like the tree scent that you get when you walk into like a upstate New York Adirondack like gift shop. It kind of smells like this, or those smell like this, or this smells like those. So I like it. But I think I like the other 5 bars more than this. And I'm very torn on what to do with this because I do like it, but I can't keep like 10 like Christmas tree bars. That's just like overwhelming. So probably will cut that one, but I do really enjoy it. Okay, next we're just gonna kind of go randomly. So I have Clementine Blossom, and this one I do like. Man, see, it's hard, especially when you don't melt them, but I feel like if I had to choose like a clementine scent from the catalog, it would have been like probably the Clementine Cupcake scent. This one is like clementines and like a teenage girl's like body mist kind of spray scent. So I like it. It's very pretty, but I don't know if this one will be like one that I feel like has to stick around. Next, I have Scarlet Sunflower. I think this one is coming back, right? And also maybe in like body care or like fabric, something like that, I think. And this one is really pretty. This is actually something that I feel like I want to melt now. And I just saw, was I watching, I think it was Patricia Gates. I can never say Patricia. Patricia Gates, I think she was just talking about this one and this being a good one to melt like late summer, early fall. So I gotta put this one out. I think it was her, possibly Robin, maybe. It was one of those two that I was watching that was talking about this scent. Either way, this is a very, very pretty floral, but there's like a berry kind of note I feel like in this that I'm picking up, like a deep berry, like a red berry and a floral. It does kind of smell like the sunflower fields that are near my house, which is cool. So this one is Autumn Stroll. This one I feel like was an immediate no when I first smelled it. Yeah, it's not bad. And it's not bad, but it's not anything that I'm like, oh, I like immediately crave it and need more. It smells like aftershave, like kind of like aftershave-y and like spices, like spicy. Ooh, I just touched my nose on it. I'm gonna smell it all day. Like a spicy aftershave and like cinnamony type of scent. So I think that one's probably gonna get the kick, but I'll melt it. Maybe, hopefully I can melt that one first before. This one I'm gonna take out of my club immediately because it's coming back officially. It's Cinnamon Pine Cones, and this was like a random one. I just wanted to try before I didn't have the opportunity to. And I like it. It reminds me of like, is it 'Tis the Season from Bath and Body Works? It's just like a cinnamon pine cone scent. It literally is exactly what it smells like. It's not bad, but I don't think it's something that I like will need more of unless I melt it and I change my mind, which I might. I have Autumn Blaze Maple. This is another one kind of similar to Autumn Stroll where I'm like, right when I first smelled it, I was like, yeah, I don't think I need any more of that. And it's the second time around. It's definitely mapley, like kind of mapley syrupy, like, but kind of like sharp. It's a little, I think it's a little too sharp of the maple type scent. And there's also something bright in there that kind of almost I feel like could give me a potential headache because of the sharpness of it. So don't think that one's a favorite. I'm being kind of vague on all of these scents, but there are so many to get through. I'm trying to be quick, you guys. This one is Apple Press, and I want to say there's like it's an apple and a floral scent combined. Yeah, I think it's just like it kind of reminds me of like a Red Delicious apple scent. I'm not sure if that's what one it is. Maybe a I don't know. I was going to say maybe a Macintosh, but it kind of smells more like a Red Delicious apple with like a floral in there somewhere. I think there is a floral in here. There must be. It's pretty. It's just kind of like a classic apple scent, and I feel like I have a lot of those, so I don't think that's something I'll need more of. Also, Starburst Sky. somebody out there, I think, maybe said that this was similar to like the Ariana Grande Cloud perfume or something like that. So I was like, oh, I'll give it a shot. And I like this. This is pretty. This is one I maybe would consider keeping. It's very sweet. It's got like a cotton candy type of scent to it, but it's not like cotton candy and that's it. It's like cotton candy with like a bit of like a maturity to it, but not like maturity like powdery, sharp floral kind of maturity. It's like kind of like a warmer, maybe there's amber. There must be amber probably, right? It's like cotton candy amber or something. It's pretty. It's a pretty floral scent that I don't think anybody would be offended by. This one is Pink Sunshine, another one that I think must be like a fruity floral because the cover's got like pears, peaches, and some kind of maybe peonies, maybe. So another fruity floral. A lot of these are. And this one is pretty. It's a little bit, it's definitely different than the last one. This like Ariana Grande Sunburst Sky one, I think I prefer. This one is like, it's definitely like that you can get the fruitiness, but the floral's like a different, it's a different flower. These are not similar, but I think in my brain, if I'm like trying to pick like a florally type scent, then I probably would pick the Starburst Sky. Of course, it comes down to like performance, because if I melt this and I like it, but I can't smell it, and I melt this and I kind of like it, but it's very strong, then I would probably get more of this versus this. If anybody's melted either of those, I'd be curious to know your thoughts on it. They're pretty, but I don't necessarily need both of those. Another floral scent here. This is Iridescent from the 50th Walt Disney World Celebration collection or whatever. This one is the scent that they like pump through their like air or whatever in the resorts. I don't remember what resort, but this one, it's gonna sound silly. This one smells like the way that like a resort would smell, like, to me. It's like it's like a general floral scent that isn't that like, you can't really put a pin on what it is. It just smells like flowers. It just smells like kind of like there's a bouquet of flowers somewhere, and it smells nice, and I don't think it's that offensive. But I feel like if this one is like overwhelmingly strong, that it could be offensive. So I'm not sure where my thoughts will land on that, but I'll have to melt it first. It's okay. That one is like just florals. To me, it's just like a bouquet of flowers, and it's roses and I don't know, probably like peonies or some kind of probably like just like normal spring summery flowers, like a bouquet. So nothing that stood out to me. This one is Glacier Water. I think this one might maybe stay for one other round and then get the boot. It's really pretty. I melted this recently and I actually really, really enjoyed it, but I have a lot of like masculine type cologne scents. So do I need this one? Probably not to keep in my club forever, but it's like a sweet, clean, fresh, masculine scent. Something that would be like a body care that's like cool water or like something like that, you know? Another masculine scent. This is My Dear Watson. This one's like a sweet masculine to my nose. Definitely very, very sweet. I feel like there's got to be like a melon note or something in here. But it's definitely very pretty, and I do like it. But I also, once again, don't really need 100 florals. I don't think. That's where it's hard. I know I'm not the only person that struggles with like paring down your club, so I know I'm not the only one. This one is Pima Cotton. This one was a Bring Back My Bar, I believe, and this one is it's just straight laundry to me. I'm sure there's some other notes in this, but this smells very similar to like line dried linen from like Better Homes and Gardens or whatever that one's called. It's just like a classic laundry scent, which is not bad. Every laundry scents have their place, you know, in the home. Like they've got like great, you know, if you're having company over and you need to like make the house smell like extra fresh and clean, that's great. So they all have a good purpose. But is it something that I necessarily would want to smell all the time? No, it's probably that one will just get the boot, and I can also get like a cheaper scent similarly just from like Walmart or something. So I've got Cranberry Muffin. This one was a Bring Back My Bar. But I feel like I saw this one somewhere else recently. Maybe not. I like this one. This one I will also definitely have to melt to get a better, make a better decision on it. It does smell like a cranberry muffin. I can smell like the cranberries, like more of like a dried cranberry though, over like a juicy one. And then I can smell like the muffiny, but like more of like the crumbly muffin kind of scent. So I get it, but I don't know if I'll need more of it also, but it's good. A lot of these I'm going to be much quicker with because I've talked about these like a million times. Cashmere and Corduroy. This one is in my club, will stay in my club. Didn't come back this year, I don't believe. It's just like a very sweet, girly, kind of like a laundry-esque scent, but it's really good and I like it. Cozy Cardigan. This one did come back this year, I believe, and this one is incredibly pretty. I never, ever, ever would have thought that I would enjoy this one when I originally melted it, and I totally fell in love. It's amazing. It's very similar to Cashmere and Corduroy. These are kind of like sister, cousin type scents. This one is slightly sweeter. This one is a little bit, I don't know. They're both very sweet, but they just have something slightly different about them. Love them both. Will never take those out of my club, even though that one I think Cozy Cardigan did come back, so I might boot it just to boot it. This one is Fluffy Fleece. This one also came back. This is also similar to the other two, where it's like a sweet, like laundry-esque type, like perfume-esque type scent. One that I'm kind of sad about, but I'm fine because I put it in my club. This is Bright Cider Life. This one got the boot this time around. I am very confused as to why Scentsy took this out because I feel like this is a favorite. I thought that people loved this. I love this scent. I will literally not, I won't take this out of my club. It's not coming back around, so definitely not now, but it's so good that like, even if it came back in the catalog and like left again, I would have put it back in. Like, this is just something that I love so much. It's like the sweetest, most like delicious caramel apple cider, like warm apple cider scent ever. It's so good. It's so good. Love that one. These ones are, actually, no, let's talk about one more that I have in my club that won't ever leave. This is Halloween Town from the Nightmare Before Christmas line. This one is like one of the best fall scents ever. It's like, is it oak, right? Oak, maybe? There's like a wood in here and some berries, but it's like sweet and tart, but like deep and woodsy, and it's so freaking good. That's one that will never leave. Let's talk about some other ones that I have in my club that won't leave. I have Strawberry Swirl. This one is just like a strawberry milkshake scent and is so incredible. It just smells like a straight up strawberry milkshake. Amazing and delicious. Kind of reminds me of like the Hershey's strawberry syrup that you can get in the pink tube, the bottle. So good. This one also won't ever leave. This is Sweet Plum Pastry. This is like everybody and their grandma's favorites, right? It's so good. It just smells like delicious sweet plums. Not a whole lot of pastry, but everybody knows about that scent. World Traveler. This is another one that won't leave. This was a part of a Bring Back My Bar like four rounds ago, maybe. Can't remember. But this one is amazing. And out of all of the like kind of masculine, even though I don't know if this is technically like masculine scents, this is one that I will always keep. It was so strong the first time I melted this. I remember being like totally blown away by the strength of that bar. So that's a definite keep. A couple others that are definite keeps. I have Mulberry Bush. This was also a Bring Back My Bar scent, I believe. And this is not one that I hear anybody else talk about. I think I maybe am the only person that's obsessed with it. Maybe I'm the only person that they're making this bar for currently. But it is the best scent ever. It is kind of reminds me of like a juicy juice, like fruit juice. It's delicious. It's like super juicy, berry, sweet, delicious. Makes my mouth water when I smell it. Scent, so good. Another one that I won't kick out, I have Apple S'mores. This is one of the first bars that I ever put in my club, and it's just so darn good. It is woodsy and appley. It does not smell like a s'more at all. It just smells like an outdoor, you're like in the woods. There's like a sweetness from a marshmallow, but there's no like chocolatey, graham crackery note, but it's just like the most delicious woodsy apple scent ever. Kind of reminds me of Falling Apples, which I have here. Haven't decided what one I really need, or if I need both, because they're kind of similar. And I like them both. This one is definitely more woodsy, less sweet, but I also really like this one, so I haven't decided yet. And I gotta decide because I can't keep both of them. I'll probably keep apple s'mores though. This one is Joy and Wonder, but I think there's like black currant plum in this maybe, but it's really, really good. Love that scent. I did pick up another bar of the Hocus Pocus Perfectly Wicked Sanderson Sisters bar. This is like the, this is like a scent dupe, isn't it, for something, black cherry. Is it Tom Ford black cherry? Lost cherry, something cherry. So I picked it up. I melted this last year and really liked it, so I wanted to get another. This is going to come back, so I'm going to take this out of my club. It's Gimme Candy. It smells like straight up candy corn. It just smells like straight up candy corn, like the kind of, not, what is the word, honeyed, kind of like the honey candy corn scent. That's what this smells like. So excited that's coming back. This is, I think this one was maybe one that got the boot. I can't remember. Toasted Acorn and Oak. Love this scent. Won't ever take this out of my club. It's like warm and woodsy and sweet and like almost edible-ish kind of. It's so good. It's delicious. Autumn Road Trip, another I won't take out of my club. I think this maybe did come back though. If it did come back, I'll take it out and put it back in, but you guys know how that goes. This is so good. It's so like, it's outdoorsy and like you're out in nature. The trees are like fully turned and you can smell like the turning of the leaves, but there's also like, there's like a crispness of like, it must be eucalyptus or something in here. It's like crisp outdoor trees. It's so good. Then this one is not coming back. I do not understand. Graham Cracker Crunch. This one is so good. It's like peanut butter cookies and it's delicious. And I don't know why this one is not coming back, but I love it. Won't take it out of my club. As you guys can see, I have a bit of a problem here that's not good. I have to take some of these out, right? Let's talk about a few that I can give the boot. Saint Nickerdoodle. Immediately on first sniff, this is not anything that I enjoy. It does not smell like, to my nose preference here, my preference, doesn't smell like a Snickerdoodle cookie. It smells like, I don't know. It smells like kind of like florally or like overly sweet, and it's just not authentic Snickerdoodle to my nose, so that one's gone. Quiver, this one is way too sharp of a floral, and this is definitely headache inducing because I smell it on cold and I already am like getting a little bit of a headache. Sunshine and Tan Lines. I really thought that I would like this one more because I'm usually a big suntan. I love the scent Suntan from Bath and Body Works, a candle. This one is like, this one kind of smells like unripened bananas, like green bananas and suntan lotion, but like I don't, and I love bananas, but it's like I don't love the way that that smells on cold, so that one's probably gonna get the boot. Fried ice cream. It's straight up cinnamon. There's nothing creamy about this to my nose, and the bar turned a very strange like greenish color. It's like very strong of cinnamon, like it's like red hot cinnamon, not like an ice cream at all. This one is Spiced Berries. I wanted to try this because I typically like their berry scents. But this one is, this one kind of reminds me of like a medicine. Like a Christmas cough medicine is kind of what this reminds me of. So that one is a no for me, dog. So no for me, dog. And then this one is Rum Raisin Cookie. And then this one is not the worst. I think all the other ones were pretty bad. But this one is, I don't know. It's just, I kind of see where they're going with it. but it didn't totally land. I wish it was a little bit sweeter and a little less gingery. So if it was less gingery and sweeter, I'd probably like it more. And then these 4 are the final ones, and these are maybes. These are ones that I'm like, yeah, I think maybe I'll have another go of it. So caramel chestnut, and I like this one. I do, but I definitely will have to melt it and see how the performance is. It's definitely, it smells like what it is, like chestnuts with like a sweet caramely note to like round it out. I like it. It's a maybe. This one is Crumb Top. Crumb Top is a pretty hyped up scent. That was part of the Bring Back My Bar. And I think I get it. But once again, I'll need to melt it. But on cold sniff, it's not super strong also on cold sniff. This is pretty light. And I don't know if the bar itself, when you melt it, is light. I hope not. But it does smell like a very buttery, sweet, kind of like almost like cookie dough, like a buttered cookie dough scent. It's good. And then there's Melon and Apple Granita. And this one I really like. It kind of reminds me of the, there was like a green apple, was that a green apple? I don't remember the name of the scent. It's like, I'll enter it if I can figure it out. But it was like a green apple scent that came out, and I melted it because I got it in a whip box one year, and I didn't think I would like it on cold, and I fell in love with it. Kind of reminds me of this. It's like very fruity, sweet, juicy type of scent. Finally, this is Flower Shop, and I love the design. There's a hummingbird outside. I have never seen a hummingbird at my house, you guys. That's so sweet. That's crazy. Okay, sorry about that. That was beautiful. Okay, so this one is Flower Shop. I like the design, like the flowers on it. I think it's really pretty. And then it just smells like, everybody who's done a review said it smells like just like the green stems of the flowers in the flowers. But yeah, you can like smell like the stems. It's like a fresh cut. It's like if you walk into a flower shop and they're like putting bouquets together, you can smell like roses and like the green stems. It's so pretty. I really like this. This is definitely a keep for me. So that is it. Those are all of my Scentsy Club bars. I know it's crazy. I know it's a lot, but I'm very happy that I filmed this. So now I can go put those away and start melting some of them and hopefully get a good idea of what I want to keep and what I want to get rid of. So if you guys have any suggestions for me, please let me know, because I need all the help I can get. So let me know about like performance or anything. If you guys have good experiences with any of these or bad experiences with any of these, maybe I can just take your advice and steer clear and cut certain ones out of the way if they're super light. So let me know. I'm very excited to talk to you guys. I hope you've all been doing well. I hope your summers are going great, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye guys.